Well, hello family, friends, and YouTube. I just thought I would shoot a video and start my video right out of Mid-South Motorplex, Clarksville's dealership. Of course, it's not where I go. I deal with Southern Honda Power Sports, but when you need your parts and all that stuff, you go local. You don't want to drive 3.5 hours. So I decided I would start this video off at that location. This is my local dealer, so there's no need for me to not give them props. They've never done me wrong. So, any rate, I'm going to do what old Rich the Return Ryder says. I'm out to put in some throttle therapy. It's a 92-degree day, and I'm going to do basically some small local riding, just so I can keep the wind down in this video. Sometimes you talk and the wind's blowing too much, but I want to stay in town, so I don't want to get up to highway speeds. But it doesn't really matter. I have all the protective gear on that you need. Those of you that watched the video that I dropped on September 20th, well, that's what today is, September 20th. And Snowee has 6,071 miles on her. Today is Saturday, the September 20th. Is the day I dropped the video about CE protection, and I thought that I would go out for a little ride today. Not sure how many people will be interested in the CE protection, so I also decided I'd do a little vlog, motovlog. I try not to, as a general rule, I try not to put out videos, 2 or 3 videos or 4 videos a week. I try not to do that because I follow like 20 different people, and I do everything I can to watch everything that they put out. And to be honest, it's not a dig on anybody, but to be honest, I just get burnt out after a while. When there's 4 or 5 videos being put out each about every 3 days, I'll just be honest, I don't watch them. I've gotten to the point where it's just too many videos. I got too many people in the group that I watch and I follow, and if you're putting out a video every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, I'm not nothing against you. I mean, great, go for it. If you got the time and you want to do that. I just can't watch every single video when they're being produced. So I don't know what the right answer is when it comes to volume. Let me go ahead and turn this down just enough where the wind doesn't hit. I don't know what the correct answer is in the YouTube world. I'm pretty new at the game, and I'm not sure that. I think that maybe 1 a week, maybe 2 a week would probably suffice, but it also, I guess, depends on the length of the video as well. I mean, granted, the video that I dropped today on CE protection, I would like for you to go watch it. I put a lot of time and effort in it. It took me 4 or 5 days to do all the editing that I needed to do to it, but I put that out, and then it dawned on me that most of the people aren't going to watch long videos anyway. Now, I just know the reality of it, and that's okay. I thought it was a informative video. I kind of like when people provide information. I like to watch the channels that do produce information, not necessarily just ride around all the time and just talk. I like to learn something, and I'm not saying I'm a teacher or anything. I'm retired. I know I do what I want to do when I want to do it. But again, now we can go some low speeds, all kind of debris in the road, but now I can go at low speeds and hopefully keep the windshield down for a better view. But anyway, what do you think? I mean, what do you think is reasonable? I've started putting out a video, trying to put out a video every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that way, for those that watch the channel, you can see that I'm still up to something. Now, a lot of you are waiting for me to hit that road. Of course, my first planned trip is when it cools down in October. I'll be going to Texas to do a teddy bear run event with Robert White. I'm not sure if Road Glider or any of them are going to be part of that, or Cruise Man or anybody, but I will be down there with Robert because I promised him I would. I'm not a big fan of group rides, so this will be new to me. As you know, for those of you who follow the channel, you know I'm kind of a solo kind of guy. I'm not real big on let's pack up a bunch of bikes and get on this road and where anything can happen to anybody, and let's all ride real close. So, see, Robert, these are the things I do for you. I'm going to be way out of my comfort zone in a group ride. Now, there's a lot of people that put on group rides, and yeah, some of them are not far from my house. I just don't go to them because I'm just not that. I'm not that type of person that likes group rides. I like to be in control of everything around me, and I don't want to be bunched up. I don't want to be packed in. I don't want to be forced to be in three parts of the lane here, and I don't want to be forced to be in the right because the bike in front of me is in the left, or vice versa. Pothole comes up or whatever. I don't want to swerve and somebody behind me is following a little bit too close, and then I clip their front tire and down they go, or somebody in front of me slows down dramatically because of the pothole and I wind up my front tire clipping their rear tire, and then down I go. Just too many variables. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not picking on those that do group ride. That's not one of them. And so I thought I would put out a video, this video, just in case my CE protection video doesn't get as many views because people are not interested in that protection. As you can see, I'm wearing it. I have my CE class AAA on at 90 degrees or 92 degrees out here. I'm nice and cool. Again, as I mentioned in that other video, as you can see, I got a white shirt on. Of course, I do everything in white and black. That's pretty much my theme. So I got a little soccer type shirt on. I have a couple of these for when I ride. Underneath all of this, I have a white cool fit shirt that I wear all the time anyway, just to stay cool. And then I put my CE protection over top, and then I put just any kind of shirt. I can actually wear the protective gear, the top. I could wear it without anything, but I don't. I always throw something over top of it because by itself it has a tactical look, and I'm not looking for a tactical look. And I wear my black pants. Everybody always knows about my black pants, but what you don't know is underneath them, you know, I have the leggings, which are also class AAA leggings for protection, for slide abrasion. And typically I would tell you, like I mentioned in the other video, if I'm going to ride low speeds like this stuff, I generally would wear one of the Chinese knockoff coats. I don't need all that protection because I'm not going to slide that far. I dress for the slide, not the ride, and I'm not going to slide that far, so there's no point in wearing a lot of gear, especially in the heat. all that gear will wear you out. Now I look pretty casual, but I still feel, you know, you can feel the heat without a doubt. I got a white shirt on because I'm trying to keep the sun, you know, to bounce a little bit off of me. But if it just wore black, it would absorb the heat. Of course, I ain't trying to give no science lessons. Anyway, that's why I have a white shirt on. You'll generally never see my arms when I'm riding, because they're gonna either look like this with that protection on, or they're going to have a full coat on and you won't see the protection. But enough about that. So again, the amount of videos you put out per week, I guess if you were doing this YouTube and stuff as a business, I guess the more content you put out, the more people will watch. I like people watching my videos, don't get me wrong. I have a different purpose on YouTube videos, but I do like people that watch my videos. I like people that comment and follow just to see what I'm up to. Speaking about what I'm up to, they're all waiting. I know Monk, old Monk's out there, he's waiting for me to get on that first camping trip, and he's waiting for that entertainment value. Well, Monk, I've already had that scheduled. I believe it's the 24th. I will be in Little Rock, Arkansas at a KOA campground, and then from there I will be headed towards, I will stay the night there, then I will go to Texas, because I don't want to do a 668 mile straight shot like I did the last time. I'm sorry, as much as I have some friends and stuff that are die-hard ground pounders. They refer to themselves as ground pounders because they can put in the miles, and there's no doubt they can put in some miles. I'm just not that guy. If I want to go somewhere and I got a plan, yeah, I am that guy, unfortunately, that has a plan. Now, I already know my plan's never going to work out every time I go somewhere, but I have a plan. So a lot of people are like, where are you going to go? And I'm going to go to Texas to the teddy bear run, as I said earlier, but I expect a kickoff of a lot of riding either this fall or early spring. For those of you that follow the channel, you know I've dropped, what, 17, 18, I dropped a little over $12,000 in less than 3 months for trailer, for camping gear, for other accessories. I mean, if you got to go and that's all you do is buy accessories every time you turn around, well, I'm done. I'm pretty sure that I'm done with the things that I want. I am looking at the Guardian Angel light system to put on my trailer, to put on the back of my trailer, just to draw more attention to it for safety reasons. But as far as tricking out my bike and everything, I'm pretty much done. I pretty much got everything that I would have been interested in. I'm not a big light guy. I do like the lights, so I have the lights on the back, but I'm not a big light guy, you know, Christmas parade type guy. But to each his own. I get visibility. I'm all about visibility and safety, but you know, we can't prevent everything. And believe it, with the riders that we have out there today, I don't care if I was lit up as a Christmas tree, they would blame the lights on a distraction as to why they ran into me anyway. Just like they run into police cars when police cars got the little pretty lights flashing, and then all of a sudden you hear a crash and you're like, how did you not see the police? Well, you did see them. You were fixated on them, and you wind up running right into them. Well, I don't want you fixated on me and running into me, but I do want you to see me. So it's a balancing act. But safety is always paramount. And that's one thing I like about Rich the Return Rider. He preaches safety, safety, safety. Of course, Cruise Man ends all his videos with ride often, ride safe. And can't argue with that. And I think most of us in the YouTube community, we always put something in our videos or in our comments that we always tell our fellow brothers who ride to ride safe. I got one of my fellow brothers, I guess I could say his name because he put a video out on it, you know, Robert White. He lost his daughter, and nope, cannot imagine, not even an inkling of what he's going through, what he will be going through. I'll see him in October. I will support him any way I can, but I don't want to turn this video into anything other than that, anything sad. But that struck me. I got very emotional when I was notified that his daughter had passed, and then when I watched his video that he put out, I was a big old man, just drenched in tears. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hold in the tears. I couldn't hold in the emotions. Here I am talking about emotions. I ain't going through nothing compared to what he was going through. But it was just, and what he's going to go through for a while. I mean, we all say that we want to go before our kids, but I guess that puts our kids through the same sorrow that we're forced to absorb. So I don't have an answer for that either. I just know that I'm praying for Robert every day, and I hurt. And let's turn away from that for now. Again, Robert knows how I feel, and there's a lot that happens in our lives. But anyway, back to people saying, well, I can't wait for you to start hitting the roads, or watch you go camping and watch you do all this traveling, going all these places. Well, technically I'm still absorbing, you know, over $12,000 in 3 months. That has nothing to do with the motorcycle. It has to do with extras, the trailer and all the camping gear and everything else. You know, of course, I got to buy the top of the line camping gear. I don't know, I'm bougie like that. I always have to have the top of the line every dang thing. So I will be going out there. Right now, I'm a ground slapper. I just slap the ground a little bit. I'm not a ground pounder. I can't do what Sensei and Kelly B gliding and slap a dog. I can't. Well, actually, Tom from Tom's Adventures, I just can't jump out there and next thing you know, I done knocked out 1,000, 2,000 miles in a couple days. That's not me. I'm the person that's got to go to the location. I don't have to stay at any one spot, but I'm going to enjoy the location. I don't want to jump on the interstate and just haul butt from point A to point B. It's what's between point A and point B is what I want to enjoy. Point B just means that's where I'm turning around at, you know. So I know I might sound a little weird to some people, and let's go up in the old part of downtown Clarksville. Let me turn here. But some people would be like, well, you know, go to Florida or go to all these other places. I do. I plan on doing all that. But at the same time, I don't plan on just getting there. Like, go to Key West. Okay. Well, I'm not going to shoot all the way there, ride nonstop until I get to Key West and just enjoy Key West. I want to see all the small towns and everything between wherever I'm at going to Key West. That may sound weird to some people. I know to my wife that would be absolutely unheard of. She would have to have a hotel, and we would have to spend 2 or 3 days at every location that she wants to see, and that would be forever. Me, I can go to the Grand Canyon, spend 20-30 minutes there taking a few pictures, and then I'm done. I'm ready to move on. You know, I go see the Statue of Liberty. I see it from the bay. I look at it, take a picture of me and Snowee in it, and then okay, I'm ready to get out of. I'll get out of New York then. So I'm just not a hang around and let's look at all this beauty. I might go to 15 different sites in one day. I will see all of those sites, but I'm not walking around. I go to Mount Rushmore, which I plan to do also. When I go to Mount Rushmore and everything, I'm not going into the park. I'm not going to go buy memorabilia. I'm going to get to the best location I can to take a picture of Mount Rushmore, make sure I saw it, and then move on. So to some people, that's not riding in the adventure. So some people, they want to do a lot more than that, and I get it. You do that, you do you, I'll do me. I'm going to go to Pikes Peak, definitely, but I will be at the top of Pikes Peak 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then off I go. I'm not going to spend the entire day up there. I don't know, how do you guys feel? Are you the type that want to go to an area and then spend 3 or 4 days at that area, see all the sights that you can see, and then travel to another location, spend 2 or 3 nights at that location, see and take in all the shows and take in all the events and everything that's going on? Or are you that type of person that says, okay, I'm good, I went to Boston, I went to the Bay, you know, okay, see where the tea party was at, done, bye. Do I need to go in and see all the shows and throwing the tea party and throwing the tea off the ship and being escorted by a bunch of role players that are all dressed all weird to try to take us back into that time? No. And you're probably saying, well, how do I know all that? Because I have a wife and she made me go to it. So we flew in just to go throw a big old piece of plastic box attached to a rope off of the boat into the water, simulating the Boston Tea Party. So needless to say, I didn't enjoy any of that. That was not my cup of tea. Then we went to the where they did the Salem witch trials and all that. That whole town right there was weird. I mean, it was like Gothic, the entire town. But you go in there, you sit in an old church or something like that, and you're thinking, oh great, boy, imagine being here during that time. And then you find out when it's all over with, that ain't the original building, nor is it the location. None of that's real. That was all a replica. Well, I don't want to go see replicas. If you tell me I'm going to go see something, I want to see the original thing. I don't want to see a replica. But no, you're going to drop all kind of money to go see something and hear the stories and a fake trial that was put on, and you get to watch all of it and think that you are in the building that actually occurred in. Turns out, nope, you're not. So that's not my cup of tea. And you're probably thinking, boy, Mac, you're entirely impossible to please. No, I'm just me. I have a different style. I have a different way of viewing things. Some like it, some don't. Okay. Is it going to change? No. I'm too old to change. I'm going to be me. So I don't know. I didn't mean to come out here and make it a long video. I didn't know I had that much to talk about. I was just getting some, you know, some throttle therapy, and wind up talking too much. But I'm coming around parts of Clarksville you've probably never seen. When I was younger, I used to run around these parts before there was apartment buildings and complexes and all that stuff even existed. But that's for a whole nother story, for a whole nother day. So are you that way? Just, you know, are you the type of person that just wants to just get out, ride, go see stuff, and just take all of it in, you know, absorb it all, go to everything it has to offer? Are you the type of person that says, hey, I stopped by for a few minutes, saw it, took a few pictures, I'm good, off I go? I guess I'll be that way when I go see some big red rocks. I always want to see them rocks that you see in the Western movies. Oh, I can't wait to see some of that stuff. But do you think I'm actually going to spend the day there? No, that's not going to happen. I'm just going to go right by it, take a few pictures, look at it, soak it in. Yep, I saw it, and on to the next thing. But I get it. Some people will say, hey, let's go there and let's get a hotel. Let's spend 3 or 4 days here going and looking at another red rock that looks like the other red rock that we saw, and then we will go see the other red rock, and then we're going to go read some signs that tells us the history of the red rock. And then somebody back in the 1800s or whatever, here's a little sign where they named the red rock something interesting because of the time back then. It was thought that this was that was. I don't care about all that. I don't mean. I see a red rock. It's beautiful. Okay, I get it. It's time to move on. Again, I can't say that I'm doing anything. I can't say my way is the right way, but I can say it's the right way for me. It's what I like. It's what I plan to do. So if you're looking for, my channel's not called Mac and his Goldwing Adventures or anything like that, because I'm not going to be one of these people on the road every week. I wish I could be. I'm just not that type of person. My bike's not going to have 150,000 miles on it in 2 years. That's not me. I mean, I'll put some miles on it, but I'm not going to have 100,000, 150,000. So I don't even know why I'm continuing on with this video. I'm just yapping about nothing. Well, I talked about some red rocks, so that, I guess that's important. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You want to just get out there and go see some red rocks? You want to see a cactus and then go see all of his cactus friends and family, and then see another cactus, and then go down the road and see 3 or 4, what are they called, cacti together? I think I see one cactus out there. I think I'm good. I think I can cross the Western Plains and see a tumbleweed. Okay, once that tumbleweed rolls in front of me, 5 other tumbleweeds will be no different than that one tumbleweed. So I don't need to see no more tumbleweeds. That's why my wife and I do different vacations. Well, we got her vacation that she does, where she loves to go to the beaches and stuff. I can't stand the sun. For those of you who can't tell, not only am I a white person, I'm translucent. I'm Irish, and the sun and I do not get along. We're not compatible. I'm either translucent or blood red. That's it. It's only 2 options. So I try to avoid that sun. That sun in the sky is not my friend. But my wife likes to go to the beaches and stuff, so she grabs a few family members and they go spend a week at the beach. And then I plan on going to do my thing on the road. Before I couldn't, because I did all the working. I was always working. But I'm going to go do my stuff now that I'm retired, and I'm going to have my vacations as well. My vacations will take a lot longer because, you know, I'll be going thousands of miles and traveling at like 350, 400 miles a day. That's it. Well, you know, you're not covering a whole lot of ground. I'm not a ground pounder. Remember, I'm a ground slapper. So, and then we have the vacations that my wife and I go on. That's how come I know so much about the Boston Tea Party. I don't want to repeat that. I don't want to go back into that. So, anyway, I came out here for a nice little ride. It's 94 degrees. I'm wearing all of my gear as if I was traveling on the interstate. And I guess the reason I did that is, I don't know why I did that. I have no idea. Oh, I guess so I could share it in the video that I'm wearing it. But I'll be honest with you, I would not wear it in these temperatures. Well, I mean, I would not wear it at these speeds. Temperature doesn't matter to me. I don't care how hot it is. you're going to wear protective gear. If I'm on the interstate, I'm going to have my protective gear on. If I'm on a highway doing 55 or better, I'm going to have my serious protective gear on it. But if I'm riding on the street just like this right here, speed limit 30 miles an hour, that Chinese knockoff jacket will be just fine. You know, I always wear my leggings no matter what, because for those of you who don't know, blue jeans and anything like that on a slide on asphalt are nothing more than just like paper, so there's no protection. But I'm circling the loop. I don't know why I'm talking so long, so it'd be best if I just wrap this video up. They got some kind of event at the church, all kind of vendors and food trucks. See, look at all that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, I saw it, and now I move on. That would be me. Now my wife, if my wife was with me, we would be at that little event right there for an hour and a half to 2 hours in 92-degree temperature, walking around from little booth to booth. Even things we're not interested in, or I'm not interested in, she will look at it. We will spend 10-15 minutes at a booth talking and looking. That's not me, people. Sorry. But I have a wonderful wife. We've been together for 40-some years. And, you know, I let her, she does her thing, I do my thing, and we do our thing. And I think that's what makes a healthy relationship. I'll never stop my wife from having what she wants, doing what she wants. She never even attempts to stop me. In fact, she's the one trying to force me out the door all the time to go do something. And I'm thinking, well, why is she trying to run me out the house for? But anyway, she wants me to be more active. You know, as you get older, we need to be more active. And I'm trying. I'm doing step at a time. But let me end this video. I done said that 3 or 4 times, and I still haven't ended it. So I'm gonna end it after this nice little curve. Let's see if I can hit this curve if these cars move out the way. I like this curve. Maybe I'll drag my foot air deflectors. Nope. That's all right. That's good. You know what? Anything more than that, I'm not riding safe anyway. So until next time, just live your life. Snowee and I would like to thank you for watching our video. We're a small YouTube channel. We do this for fun. And we have basically content in 6 different categories. We have motovlogs, quick thoughts, Goldwing Flybys, maintenance, product reviews, and spotlight locations. Although we do this simply for fun, we ask that you help support our channel by simply going to Cruiseman's Garage and supporting his. We are part of the Cruiseman's 100,000 subscriber campaign. So we ask that you help us get Cruiseman to 100,000 subscribers.